Welcome to the Women in AV podcast. I am your host, Erica Carroll, and today we're diving into another inspiring story of a woman breaking barriers in the audio-visual world. With me today is Judy Salazar. Hi, Judy. How are you today?
Hi, I'm great. Thank you. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm so grateful to you to invite me here. So sorry if I gave you a little bit much. This is really awesome.
Everyone is welcome.
Thank you.
You and I actually just met, and I just learned about you and your company because I attended CEDIA in Denver in October. And before we dive into any of that and all of the awesome stuff you have going on with business, first I want to ask you, how did you get into AV? Because most of us just fall into it, and I'm assuming that that is a similar story here. So tell us your backstory. How did you get here?
I guess my real big first job was at Halliburton. And, I started as a temp, and one of the things they needed was a tester for PCs and all the electronic stuff that they had going on. And I was like, are you sure you want me to do that? I've never done anything like that before. And of course, they teach you and train you and whatnot. I was there about 7 years. So by the end, I was able to manage, I got to learn a lot. And then by the end of my tenure there, I managed to speed past. Do you remember the little dongles for the gas stations where you just, wave that in front of the gas station and it took your information? You could. So then I was thinking, wow, this is like magic. I mean, there's a lot of smart people in the background that were able to do this and, make this happen. And I think that's when I really, really just got interested in how the magic happens, basically. After that, I went on to work at Nextel, and the service department was next to me. So chit-chatting with the guys over there, I learned how to fix phones, and I was able to test and monitor the first texting screens on your phones, and then color screens, all that before the market. So that was really magical.
When messages were 10 cents per message?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, not for me. I never
Back
got
then?
to be charged all of that, luckily, but it was really great. So, other than that, met my husband at Halliburton, and he was speakers and all that kind of stuff at home. So wherever he worked, of course, we had demos to set up at home because, he needed to test the product. And then he would set something up. We had speakers all over the place in the bathrooms. I mean, everywhere, right? And then he would change how, okay, if I turn this button on, then I'm going to have that speaker in the living room start or whatever. And I got kind of annoyed. So I started to figure out what he was doing so that I could change it myself. And I don't know, from there on, it's like everything about electronics now, AI, is just so amazing and interesting, and I want to be part of it. I've known of older parents calling, my husband and asking how does the Google work? My Googles are not working in my phone. I don't want to be that old person. Sorry, it's just a little humor back here, but I just didn't want to be that person. So yeah, if there's a new phone, I have it. If there's a new, whatever, I probably have it at home. Of course, it helps that my husband's big on AV stuff. So, yeah, and then so on and so forth.
Awesome. So have you already pre-ordered the new iPhone?
Oh, let's not go there. I'm an Android open source person. So
Oh.
we should table that topic.
Yeah, we should table that.
Yeah, let's
No
move
fighting
on.
words here.
Let's agree to disagree.
Mm-hmm.
We actually, one of
No problem.
the reasons, I missed this real quick. When I was pregnant with my last child, she's 24. My husband and I, we sold projectors, and so he would set up speakers and projectors. We would go to people's homes, and I was big and pregnant. I was helping him wire for this projector or that speaker all the time, and I'm just like, well, this is my life, and I may as well embrace it. It's super cool and interesting anyway. So it was easy. And we used this company in Houston. I'm trying to think of data projections. We would go and buy projectors from them, and it was an all women owned company. And I just always thought, wow, maybe I could,
Hmm,
one day be that kind of person to bring, bring new product to the world. And it was just really cool.
that is awesome. So, um, I I love your love for technology, and I definitely share that with you. So now you kind of are that person. So tell us what you do now, and what does your business do?
So I'm the VP of the operations for Modern Atomics. I met the guys back in NetStreams, Halliburton, NetStreams, and Clear One, Paul, Mike, and Tim, and I've seen what they can do together. Okay, so throughout all these years, being friends and whatnot, I've seen the kind of magic they can put together. I mean, Paul Bryson, he is I call him the Wizard of Oz because he's in the background 24/7 thinking about what he's doing next, and how he's building it. We could get together for breakfast or dinner, and he's talking about all these things that he's developed, or how far and advanced he is in what he's doing. And I was just always, man, that's so cool. I mean, we should do something together. I know we all talked about it for quite a while. I mean, over a decade, and we just, I guess, one thing after another. But Michael Braithwaite, he's this creator. I mean, I don't know where his creativity comes from, but this guy is 24/7 as well, right? And he'll be talking about something, and then I mean, being through the companies that he's been through, he's developed all these things. He's got hundreds of patents and awards for product of the year. And I'm like, why aren't you doing this for yourself? Oh my god, please, let's do something together. I just want to know what he's doing, and I want to be able to you know have something to say, create something along with them. They're just amazing. And then the three together, it's like, oh my gosh, why are they working for someone else? So, and then that's, one
Mm-hmm.
morning, it was just all unanimous. We just said, hey, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. And then 9 months ago, we just all quit our jobs. We're bootstrapping. I mean, we just wanted to do something to fill the holes of what the industry is lacking right now, because they've all been in this industry and
Mm-hmm.
more intimate than I have. My background is in managing and operations and whatnot. I mean, I've brought three companies from a small startup into, to being acquired by a larger company. Um, for example, the last one, Criteria Labs, was acquired by
That's
Dover
amazing.
Technology. That's an $8.4 billion company, And of course, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Kaizen background, a Gemba, all that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, we just talked about what we don't have, what the world is missing. I mean, at one point they were installers. At one point they were, the people who send out the installers or integrate the product, and all the frustrations. And we just decided, hey, let's jot down everything that we all have had problems with, and then let's make them all go away. And so there was born the
Mm-hmm.
reactor. For example, the reactor we debuted in at CEDIA, and it was
Yeah.
really, I was so scared. So I've been a very private person pretty much all my life. You know, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen my LinkedIn, but I've only been a member for like 3 weeks, probably 4 weeks. And I know that it's
Mm-hmm.
necessary for this industry and, of course, for the company. So, yeah, Mike Braithwaite has been very instrumental in pushing me to get out there and do more and speak up. Like I said, I'm private and quiet and shy, but here I am.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big inspiration for me being here today and for us being part of this group. And I mean, back to the reactor at CEDIA, I'm telling you, I was scared. I was nervous. Wait, I'm gonna have to talk to people and talk to people about this
Hmm.
electronics, product and all these things that you've been doing. He's like, but you were at every freaking meeting, Judy. Come on, you should. I was like, I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, you already know it. And how many awards did you all win? Best of show?
Well, three for the reactor and one for the collider. I just got the email yesterday from Rave Agency. Uh, so I was really surprised about that. We went to the award ceremony, right? But I mean, I'm just sitting there and with my sales group, there are four women. Which, by the way, those are the ones that I was telling you about. They've developed this like they've got the itch now to learn about this type of product and industry. And when they announced the what at Modern Atomics, that's us. I mean, I did scream when they said not to. I couldn't help it. Come on, it's my first time, and that's our first baby. So yeah, we it was easy though. So it was easy being at the booth, talking to people because I had no idea that there is nothing like this out there. I mean, the guys tell me, and I do my little research and whatnot, but not being completely familiar with the industry, I'm like, okay, guys, you're supposed to drink the Kool-Aid. I drink it too, yay! But when we won the awards, and then talking to all these dealers and integrators, it was wow. I was really amazed. Honestly, it just I don't know. It kind of everything that I've been hearing came to fruition there, and everybody wanted to know about it. Actually, they had this word, the magic box. They would come and say, "Where's this magic box I hear about?" I'm like, "What? Okay." So then I started walking around. Do you want to see the magic box? Modern Atomics has this
Mhm.
magic box in booth 3520, and I was able to bring some other
Yeah,
dealers and shade companies. I don't know if I should say their names or not, but we've gathered so much clientele, partners through that
that's
show.
amazing. You have so much to be proud of.
So much, and
Yeah,
I've got so much
that's awesome.
support, and
Yeah.
the product is easy. I'm saying that if I know how to work, the product and do what it needs to be done, anybody
Yeah.
can. So hopefully, when I'm old, I won't tell my
That's
kids to
excellent.
ask for the Googles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things that you've mentioned. You've mentioned a couple of key names. I'll mention Mike again. He's the one that sort of got us together, which your story is definitely worth getting out there. I mean, everyone's is, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us, and I'm glad that Mike connected us. But you've also mentioned your all-female sales team, which leads me to a common question that I ask is what does mentorship look like? Because I feel like you are mentoring these women, and maybe you have had some inspirational um, people throughout your life as well. What does mentorship look like to you, or what form has it taken for you?
As I said, I started my biggest first job was Halliburton, and I worked with engineers a lot. And you know, there's time to time you find one that loves to explain what they're doing, that loves to explain to you and tell you all about what they're doing and their product and how they're developing and all that. And mentorship has really come from a long array of people, but mostly engineers. But I've known Mike, I want to say 15, 17 years, something like that. Now, he loves to tell you all about every single detail, and I love to hear it. So, one of my biggest mentors has been Mike, aside of my husband. But he loves speakers and projectors and everything. But I think most of my mentorship has come from engineers like Mike because he's also a creator and He loves to share, and wants you to know. And my I have two daughters, a 24 and a 20. Listen to me, a 28-year-old, and one of them is, yeah, tell me about it, or what was breakfast like? What did you guys talk about today? Are you doing something new? And the other one's like, yeah, that's for that's guy stuff. But you know, mentorship, like I say, for the most part, has been, engineers throughout my life that I've worked with, but, mainly probably my husband and Mike. And Paul. Paul's a little quiet, but Paul, he doesn't hold back any details. I learned the really, really deep stuff with Paul. So when we meet, I'm writing, I'm writing down what he's saying. Then I'll go research it. But I want to be that person for people. The sales ladies, really and truly, I asked a lot of people if they wanted to join, if they knew anything about that, and of course they don't, but uh, they were all volunteers. They wanted to come and see what we did, and the main thing was the sustainability that we built. I mean, we want to we're going green. We want to help the world, the environment. I mean, time with this reactor. Like I say, selling it was easy. It was really easy because everyone is going that way. They want better, easier, more energy saving kind of product in the world. I mean, so I don't know. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people in my life to teach me. Of course, might help that I'm really nosy. I'm quite a nosy, so
That's good.
it helps a little.
I appreciate your insight on all of the engineers who have sort of supported you throughout your career. And most of those, I'm going to assume, are male.
All of them.
Yes, all of them. Okay, that was also the case in my background. And while we're only 12 to 14%, we'll see.
I was shocked to hear that.
Yeah, but we can only be amplified by these stories, and that we'll round and say 85% of men around us who support us and help us grow, personally and professionally as well. So
Mhm.
that's a great story.
I'm gonna keep going.
Great. Yeah, absolutely.
every time I can, I have an opportunity. I do.
And what percentage of your business, because you do have an influence at that C level within Modern Atomics, what percentage of your business internally is female?
I'm going to say 30%. We
Okay.
I'm ramping up. Trust me. And now I can't be biased. I
Yeah.
can't.
No, that's great. 30% is above the average. So,
Yeah, yeah. We have three guys, seven females. I guess maybe it's more than that, but really and truly, what
yeah.
what we're involved in, it's and we're ramping. And I'm not pick and choosing.
Hmm.
Trust me, I was a realtor in my past life too, so you have to be very careful about what you choose and
Yeah.
what you say. But I'm open. But a lot of women that show interest, they're just scared and nervous about it. And like me, they don't. Oh, that's not something I could ever. No way. If I can,
Hmm.
you can.
It's confidence.
Let's go. Definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely lack of confidence. But I just want to show them.
Hmm.
Like I tell you, the four sales women that went with us. I mean, now hey, have you heard about this? Yes, I have. Good job. They're still interested. They're still going
Yeah.
strong. And you gave me some advice and some places they can go and volunteer and learn more. So that was really great. Thank you for that.
I love when people can grow. And I am definitely a big proponent of continuous learning. So I would like to ask, is there anything that you are reading or listening to, or anything that you've learned recently that is worth sharing?
I would say probably prior to starting this company, because my career was in operations and management and whatnot. I've delved into all kinds of books about operations and making really kaizen, so to speak. Just reading books about that particular industry. And the only reason that I was kind of like still on the sideline, keeping my ears and my eyes open, was because my husband's also into that, all that stuff. Like I tell you, in my house, I have shades. I mean, the screens and the speakers everywhere, including outside, the video games, and I I can tell you that I'm kind of like not very loyal to one thing that I read. I every single type of article that is out there, and I do have a quote. Actually, I had to write it down just in case I forget. I forgot it. My last book that I read, and I personally love it, but there's a quote that I wrote down. Uh, Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And that's from Arthur C. Clarke, his 1962 book, Profiles of the Future, an inquiry into the limits of the possibility. And I encourage the girls to read that too. Of course, boys too, young boys too. But there's so much in there. You're like, is it magic? Is that somebody creating this? Is it real? Is it science? I don't know. I'm just so amazed, just super amazed at you gotta encourage them to read that. Then I want to come back. I'm gonna give out homework. That's what I'm gonna do. And like I say, every single kind of technical stuff, articles and whatnot, I'll go deeper and deeper, and then they'll mention something, then I'll go read that. I'm not a,
Yeah.
Then again, I'm also, in,
That's awesome. That's a great quote.
yeah. So I thought about it when you asked me the other day, and what was the last book I read? So it's amazing. You gotta encourage other girls to read it. Women, sorry, girls. I'm
I
older,
know for
so
sure. Yep.
everyone else is younger. So the girls.
Yeah.
Well, I would like it when the girls too.
That's totally fine. I'm definitely going to have to put.
I don't want to leave this off, but now, of course, I'm listening to you all the time now, too.
To wrap this up, I am starting a new tradition, and I'll get with you after the fact for this. But I asked my previous guest to write down a question for my next guest, not knowing who it is.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Your question is, what is the thing that has surprised you most, either about your career or the AV industry?
I'm just very simple. I'm surprised that I'm able to learn all that these guys are doing.
That it's not as hard as
But
it
it's not
looks.
as
No,
hard
I
as
think
I
that's
thought it
great.
was. I'm like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
This is all that we need to do? Oh, now I'm kind of a little ashamed too,
Yeah.
being the scaredy cat early on. So
Yeah.
is that
No,
okay?
I think that leads to the bigger conversation. Yeah. I think it leads to that bigger conversation about having self-confidence. And, if you just paid attention to see what was involved in the things that we do in AV, I agree. In the beginning, I worked for a projector manufacturer. That's how I came into the industry.
I heard everyone starts with projectors.
Yep. Just being amazed with the technology, and then same, it's not that difficult. The concepts, unless you're on the like super engineering, scientific, trying to build brand new products and new technology, yes, that is all super difficult. But being able to understand the
Mhm.
products that are out there and how everything works together is really not it's not unattainable for anybody
Right? Yeah.
coming into the industry.
Right. Right. That
Yeah.
is true. I mean,
Awesome.
I feel bad that I feel bad for myself a little bit that I kind of really said yeah, I'm doing this. But I think it was also, trying to sustain life doing other things that you did know. And, you know, it's not as bad as I ever thought it was. I mean,
Yeah.
like I tell you, my husband would be doing something and I'd be, that's dude stuff, wiring and whatnot. But there I was crimping and, making sure the right connector was going to the right device and all that. So, and I didn't realize how much I actually know once I started, once we started this company, I didn't realize how much I pick, you pick up things, but then you know that it's not that bad. It's not that hard.
No, it's not. A huge thank you to you, Judy. Thank you for sharing your amazing journey with us today. And your story is absolutely a testament to what is possible in our industry. How can people reach you? And I definitely want to throw out that you all should be reaching her at LinkedIn. But how else can people reach you?
That's the only one. Modern Atomics. Yeah, I'm in there, and you can find my email at judy@modernatomics.com. Yeah, it's not that hard. Just
modernatomics.com.
Judy. Yeah,
Awesome.
Modern
And
Atomics.
on LinkedIn, Judy Salazar.
Yeah, we can do great things together, ladies. Yep, we'll bring the guys along too.
Yes, exactly. So until next time, I want to remind everybody to keep innovating, keep supporting each other, and just keep being incredible AV professionals like you all are. And if you are catching this episode on YouTube, feel free to check us out on podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, subscribe there. Or if you're listening to this on a podcast, feel free to watch the video on YouTube. Thank you, everybody, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
The network for the AV industry.
What are you listening to?
This
This is AV.
This
is AVNation.
This is AVNation.
This is Erin Marmoran of EdTech. The world of higher ed AV is growing rapidly. That's why each month we hear from the best and brightest from colleges and universities all over the U.S. Check out EdTech on avnation.tv or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.